is Jerry, and thank you for coming to hang out with me tonight. For today's video, I thought that I could just do a little yap. I've been liking my little yap ramble videos. I don't know. I personally love watching people yap about their special interests, especially in ASMR. I like having it on in the background or before I go to sleep. So, sue me, okay? Sue me. But I thought I could do a little yap, ramble, not a rap, yap ramble about my favorite thing ever, D&D. I'm mainly just gonna talk about my, how I got into D&D, characters. I don't know, not planned. I just wanted to talk about it, okay? But before I get into that, I do want to remind everyone that I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also wanted to make a quick note that I do have a business / customs inquiry email in my description. Custom videos. I have seen everyone's emails. I'm so sorry that I have not responded. I'm actually trying to get a coffee, like the website. I'm trying to get a coffee set up so that custom videos are more like a listing. And I'm just trying to get that sorted out. So yeah, the email should work. But as of right now, custom videos, I'm going to try to get that sorted out, and I think I'll make a separate video once everything is fully in place and at a place that I'm comfortable at. So sorry. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I think the most appropriate place to start off is actually with this. This is a wooden dice case that I got for my birthday. It has my name. It has my name on it. And you just open it, magnet, and there's all my dice. So I wanted to talk about, I'm just gonna tap on these things while I talk. I guess I should start off by saying how I got into D&D. I've always been interested in D&D. I think a lot of people's issue with trying to get into D&D is that they don't have a DM or they don't know how to play. They get the starters / essentials kit, and it's a little confusing. Not a little, it's a lot confusing. And that's sort of where I was at. I tried to play seriously like 4 or 5 years ago, and I played like a session with my brother and my dad, and it was so fun. Like, I was laughing by the end of it, right? But that's all it was, right? Just a session. And then last year, spur of the moment, it was coincidentally on January 1st, I deleted TikTok. Off my phone because I just wanted long form content. I was getting very tired of rotting, and TikTok was for sure enabling my rotting, right? So I was looking for long form content, so I turned to YouTube, of course, and from there I found Oxventure, Oxventure, I found Oxventure, the YouTube channel, and they do D&D campaigns or like seasons. And the first ever D&D campaign that I watched was Oxventure Weirdwood, and from then I was hooked. Johnny Chiodini, the DM for Oxventure, is such a good DM, and such a good storyteller. Yeah, I aspire to be that type of storyteller as a DM. It's fantastic. I highly recommend Oxventure. Not a lot of people talk about them, but they're so good. Oxventure Weirdwood. Then they also did, after Oxventure, I listened to Deadlands, which was DM'd by Andy Farrant. And Deadlands isn't D&D, it's another TTRPG system. It's going by the Savage World system. That was super fun. Wild West. Weirdwood was more of like gothic, spooky forest. Deadlands was Wild West. And after that, I didn't know what else to watch. I couldn't find any other like not actual play, but D&D YouTube series that I liked. I didn't really like Critical Role. I still think like I'll get there on why I don't think I like Critical Role. And I tried Dimension 20, but we'll also get there as to why I haven't watched Dimension 20. So, I also started listening to Oxventure Weirdwood on Spotify as well, because I didn't really need to watch the video, and they had it on Spotify as well. I didn't really need to watch it on video. I just didn't. They do have cool effects, but I just really wanted to get through the story, so I listened to it on Spotify. And then once I finished all that, I was sort of looking, I was like, man, I really like listening to these D&D podcasts, or like podcast-esques on Spotify. So I was looking, and lo and behold, I found NADPod. I'm showing this because this is the NADPod dice. Lo and behold, I found NADPod. And I listened to the first episode, and I hated it. I did not like it. I listened to the second episode. I didn't like it. I thought they were so annoying. I was just getting a little irritated at them and the type of jokes that they would make, because Oxventure was very serious, and then like first episode of NADPod, they were talking about really vulgar and crass things. I'm gonna tap on the player's handbook now. Yeah, they were talking about, I just was not vibing with their jokes and their play. It was a huge shift from Oxventure to NADPod. But as time passed by and I wasn't really finding any other D&D thing that I liked, D&D related media that I liked to consume, I was just sitting there wondering, I was like, man, I wonder what the rest of like their story is. In NADPod, I was specifically thinking about Caldwell Tanner's character, Beverly Dogle the Fifth. I was just thinking, I was like, what in the world is the story? Like, what are they gonna make Beverly do? What is gonna happen? And let me preface this by saying I've only listened to 2 episodes of NADPod so far. There is like no, it's just the intro still. They're still finding themselves. And truly the character that stuck with me in the beginning, NADPod A Second Chance, was Beverly Dogold. I was wondering, what is this little Boy Scout character going to do? So I gave it another chance, and then was hooked. And I will say, sure, the first arc, it's gonna be rough. If you like really don't like it's gonna be rough. But I can assure you, I really think you will be hooked by episode 30. And I hate saying that because like it's giving people recommending One Piece. No, girl. No, it can't start to get good at episode 200. What do you mean? What do you mean? And don't get me wrong, I love One Piece. I love One Piece. But, man, you're telling me I have to go through 1,000+ episodes just for it to like, I don't know, but NADPOD, I'm sorry I got so sidetracked, but NADPOD for sure, I think you'll be hooked by episode 30. And then, ever since then, I've just been completely and utterly obsessed with NADPOD. I have re-listened to Campaign 1 and Campaign 3 twice. And I just love them. I love them. I love their storytelling. I love their play and just their improv. And then, now, once I have finished NADPOD, I was like, okay, now what can I watch? And I was very hesitant about Dimension 20 because Emily and Murph, the two main like NADPOD people, are also on Dimension 20. So it was me coming from NADPOD to Dimension 20. And my like first intro to D20, Dimension 20, was NADPOD had Brennan Lee Mulligan as a guest in one of the arcs, and I was not vibing with it. I was like, why is this dude talking so much? You aren't like the main character. I mean, like, he sort of was, but I was like, let the other people speak. And it felt like him being there was very much impacting the way Murph was DMing and interaction. Just, it felt, I don't know, it felt odd. And I just did not like how much Brennan was talking. So that's where I stand with Dimension 20. And I have watched the first 2 episodes of Fantasy Eye, and I do like it. I like the characters, but it's a big difference going from 3 player characters to like 6 to 8 characters to Dimension 20. It's like I don't get to hear a lot of the people, or like certain people, talk when I want to hear them talk, you know? So it's different. But I do think I will continue Dimension 20. Fantasy Eye in particular, I don't know. It's just not on my radar right now. And I think Oxventure Weirdwood has a season 2 coming out soon. And there is a Deadlands season 2 that I didn't end up watching, but I do want to watch soon. So that is where I'm at with my D&D media intake. So where was I in the story? This is a mess. This is so rambly. I deleted TikTok January 1st, and I was just straight listening and consuming D&D media from January to March. So around March, I was like, you know what? I've listened to enough. I think I know how to play. I need to go find somewhere to play. So I went to a very reliable website. I went to Reddit. On the subreddit /LFG, or looking for game. And it's just, you know, people looking for games for any TTRPG, not just D&D. And I saw listing for someone's homebrew world, and they said beginners, veterans welcome. So I shot my shot, and I got a reply back. And this game is the one that I am currently still in. It has been, we just reached our 1 year mark a couple weeks ago, and I think it should be coming to a close towards the end of the year, so it's gonna be crazy. In that world, I am a sea elf druid, Circle of the Sea druid, and this was my first ever character that I've ever this was my first ever D&D character that I've seriously made and has now stuck with me. And her name is Gia Mistborn. Gia Mistborn, and I love her. Since it was my first D&D character, I sort of projected a lot of myself into her. So like, she's very much eldest child, has a lot of siblings, a large family, blah 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 blah, you know the spiel. And now she's traveling the world. Also, she's a little bit Moana coded. She has like a boat. She's very water oriented. Yeah. But I love her. I love her, and I love our world. I love my DM. And that was like, I realized that since I have a lot of NADPOD in me now, I unconsciously channeled, like, I'm the comic relief of the party, unfortunately. And like, that is me. Like, I that's just sort of how I want to play. Like, I sort of want to say random, like, out of pocket things. I want to make stupid jokes, you know, but not like annoyingly. You know, when things get serious, we get serious, and then, you know, like, break the ice sometimes. But that's where I'm at. That's my current D&D game. My first D&D game. I did try to play other games that I just didn't stick with, or the party fell apart, but I really do love the characters that I made for them. Maybe I'll talk about them in a separate video and sort of go more into depth about character creation. That's just another video that I want to make. But yeah, so there was also, like, around that maybe mid of last year, I got really into trying to get a bunch of D&D books so that I could try to run my own game, because I just really wanted to channel my own NADPOD, you know. I don't know, it's really difficult trying to create, or like, I'm just very inspired by NADPOD, so I thought I could make it myself, right? Something similar, or like similar storytelling. DMing is hard. I don't know, I think I enjoy being a player more. I wish I was a better storyteller. I wish I was a better improviser. But I think it's just practice. But I think I for sure am more of a player. I want to test the limits of my DM, and I don't know, I think I was a little ambitious with trying to do a big world of my creation. But I still, like, for sure, like running games for my friends. I still have the original idea, and like ideas upon ideas upon ideas of worlds and campaigns and one-shots that I would love to do. But I haven't acted on it. I don't know. So yeah, that was a quick little TLDR summary of my D&D experience, my D&D world. I videos in the future. I just love it. I love it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys